Welcome to the CFA Level 1 presentation. In this video, we'll look at the concept of Bayes formula. We are making this video in response to somebody's request made on YouTube. Please let us know if you want us to make a free video on a topic of your choice. A lot of people find the concept of Bayes formula very confusing, but once you get the gist of it, it's actually a fairly simple concept. What is the Bayes formula? You can think of the Bayes formula as a tool that is used to update existing probabilities for a given event, let's say event A, when we get new information, let's say event B. This statement is best understood through a simple example. Let's say you draw a card from a deck of 52, but you don't show me the drawn card. You then ask, what is the probability that the drawn card is a king? Now we know that in a deck we have 4 kings and there are 52 cards. And we are being asked the probability of drawing a king from a deck of 52 cards. With just this information, the existing probability, the current probability of event A, which is drawing a king, is simply 4 by 52, which is 1 over 13. 4 king cards divided by 52 playing cards. Now let's say you give me new information. You tell me that the drawn card is a face card. Now, a face card is simply a king, a queen, or a jack. You tell me that the drawn card is a face card, and you then ask, given that the drawn card is a face card, what is the probability that the drawn card is a king? Based on this new information, I will update my probability. The probability of event A, which is drawing a king, given that B has occurred, which is a face card has been drawn. Now we know that in a deck there are 4 kings, 4 queens, and 4 jacks. The probability of drawing a king, given that a face card has been drawn, is simply 4 divided by 12. 4 king cards divided by 12 face cards, which is 1 over 3. Notice what has happened. We started off with an existing probability of 1 over 13. Probability of drawing a king from a deck of 52 cards. We then got new information that the drawn card was a face card, and based on this new information, we updated our probability to 1 over 3. So far, we have not directly used the Bayes formula, but we can solve this question using that formula. Bayes formula is given with this expression. Probability of an event A occurring, given that B has occurred, is equal to the probability of event B occurring, given that A has occurred, times the probability of event A occurring, divided by the probability of event B occurring. To solve our example on playing cards, we simply plug in the numbers. The probability of drawing a king, given that a face card has been drawn, is equal to the probability of drawing a face card, given that a king has been drawn. What is this probability? What is the probability that we have drawn a face card, given that a king has been drawn? Well, that probability is simply 1. If we have drawn a king card, we have drawn a face card. The probability of drawing a king is simply 1 over 13, as we saw. That's 4 kings divided by 52 cards. And the probability of drawing a face card is simply 12 face cards divided by 52 playing cards. And then if you solve this expression, you get 1 over 3, which is the same as what we got earlier. Now let's look at an example from financial markets. Suppose you want to find out whether the economy is booming or contracting. And these are the only two possible states for the economy. The probability of a boom is 60%. You notice that company X just defaulted on its bonds. Its total probability of default is 7% across both economic states, which is booming or contracting. And the probability of the company defaulting during a boom is 5%. Now the question is, what is the probability that the economy is booming given that company X has defaulted on its bonds? Now you can think of the event that the economy is booming as A and company X defaulting as B, event B. Now let's put down what we know. We know that the probability of event A, the economy booming, is 60%. The total probability of a default for company X, the event B, is 7%. We also know that the probability of default during a boom, so the probability of event B given that the economy is booming is 5%. And the question being asked is, what is the probability that the economy is booming given that company X has defaulted? We can simply use the Bayes formula here and we plug in the numbers and we get 43%. Again, just to recap, we started off with a base probability or the original probability of 60% that the economy is booming. We then got new information that company X has defaulted. Based on this new information, we updated our probability and we said that the probability that the economy is booming given that company X has defaulted is 43%. So we have decreased our probability from 60% to 43%. Now that brings us to an end to this presentation. If you found the video useful, please make sure to like it and to subscribe to our channel. Thanks very much for watching and I wish you the best of luck on the exam. Thank you.